Welcome back, everybody! My name is, of course, Bliss, and today we're going to be playing an absolute wonderful game called Plan B. It's Bliss time with the duck, and we're ready to do it. We're ready to get crazy up in here. So hopefully you're having an absolutely fantastic, unbelievable day on this Saturday. Hopefully you're keeping it cool, keeping it functional, and continuing on, just pressing on, because we are ready to terraform. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We're going to get some trees. We got a bunch of plans, a bunch of things coming. Boom shakalaka. And I cannot wait to be having a bunch of new games pop up into our thread here, which Starfield is coming. Yeah, baby, it's coming. It's just a few weeks away. And so I think that until then, I think we can probably sneak this game in and get it done, and also get No Man's Sky done. So that's what we're going to be doing. Cheers to you. Yes, it's the weekend, and it's the way to party. This is the way, and we're ready to rock and roll. So let's do it. Let's pop in here. This is my wonderful area, as you can see. So far, you're probably wondering, well, where are we? What's going on, Bliss? What's happening? Well, this is our world right here called New Strat. I wish I could change the name of it, which I can. And I think we're gonna name that after one of the very first people to ever actually subscribe to me and actually watch me in here. And I think that's gotta be probably, I don't know. It's a combination of a few different people, but Ali might have been one of the first to actually pop in here. Ali was back in the day, and there was also a guy named Johnny, which is no longer. So I think that this wonderful place, maybe we'll just call it, oh my gosh, Ali Elon. Ali Elon. I don't know. I'd like to call it something. We could call it Elon. He's one of my favorite people, kind of one of the people I look up to, and I love the whole idea of the future. Let's look to that whole idea. We'll get that going. So what did we do since, you guys are probably wondering what happened since I was gone. Well, the only thing that I really just instituted just in a break at the very end was I just put these in and I just took out that one road. So we have these things getting dropped off right here. I just inputted that. We've got this dropping off, of course, the oxygen. And then this one down here, we have this dropping off, or actually pulling away the waste. And that was the only real thing difference. What we need to do is get reinforced concrete to the spot here. And so before I restart it here, I'm going to pull from my reinforced concrete area. And that is actually right here. I was looking at kind of an idea of what to do. And let's see if we can fix the zoom in this game. It's the only thing that I don't quite like is the constant zoom is a little bit too much for me. I'd like to have a little bit of a better idea with that, but I don't think he's got anything right now. Looking on the controls of the zoom in, there's like the page up, page down. So let's just see here. So page up, page down. See, it's just too much. There needs to be like a middle. I need a middle. I don't have that. So let's see where we're gonna put this train system. I feel like this is kind of the edge here. We should have like maybe 3 sets here, and the train system is gonna pick up here. And then I want to re-ramp all these things. So for the first thing here, this is the aluminum bar that's bringing that in. And then this right here is bringing in mechanical parts. We can do the trains of each of those systems and just stop the whole entire system. So first things first, let's do this one right here. We'll get rid of this road, because once we get rid of the road, we can also bring in the reinforced. So let's get rid of the aluminum bar one right here. I'm going to work on that right away. All right. So aluminum bar, we're pulling from, I think that's what we were dropping off here, right? Yeah, these need aluminum bar. So they were coming from down here, long ways away. Let's get rid of that. Stop. It's right there. Yeah, I think I can connect that in right here. Early today. Well, I mean, always on weekends. I'm always here early on weekends. This is always kind of my early set day, and I wanted to get on sooner, but unfortunately I was out. I went and got some barbecue, and we had some brisket. Oh, yes, we did, Alex. We had some brisket, and it was delicious. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe we haven't seen the Who Must Not Be Named. You know who we're talking about. Well, she has to understand how good brisket is. Just doesn't understand. I like to do my half loop here. Take that out, just like that. And then we'll have one more section there. And I'll loop this whole thing down here. Okay, let's see here. Just gonna bring it through here. And preferably, oh gosh, that's gonna be kind of a difficult one to get in there. Let's just get rid of all of these roads, just so I can have a more clear mind of what's going on here. So this one here, this is doing mechanical parts. I'm gonna get rid of that. And I just feel like it'll help us out. So this one right here was doing concrete. Get rid of that. And then this one right here was pulling in steel bar, and that one was pulling in nothing. Okay. Get those out of here. It's going to be so much more efficient if we do this now and just get it out of the way. Look at that whole area. This is actually all of our renewable energy that we're pulling from over here. All of our horrible waste, yes, horrible waste, is pulling from this, which then produces a renewable, which is great because it produces all of this aluminum bar, and then boom, right into this mix, we put in the actual the steel bar. So it helps us out dramatically. So with this one right here, I'm going to take this. This is another road stop that I don't really need. And I'm sure I'm going to miss a few things when I come back, but we'll figure it out. So this one, that one, road stop doesn't have anything. And this is where it was filling in the steel bar that's jumping over that spot. So we'll get rid of this one. And then this one right here has the concrete. So right off the bat, let's get rid of the concrete. And this is probably one of the most, we should probably just start from this, because the concrete, we need the reinforced concrete. Without it, we're totally screwed. So I think we can pull from right this spot. Preferably, I want to pull right there, and then out. I hate that how it doesn't make, there we go, that's a much better design. Brings it in. All right, so let's bring this back. Let's just go up. Unless we're going for the least traveled. I kind of like straight lines. I just feel it's much better. I need to drop off the concrete here. And fly through this spot. And then up again. There we go. We'll bring it back over. There, that looks like... Could just go around this whole area. I guess how anally do you want to be? That's the whole thing. I like straight lines. I mean, I'd rather the straight lines and do that than not, so. This kind of brings us into it. And it's kind of a nice design. Now from this spot, I need to pick up that, and I want it to drop off right there. The actual concrete. We have that loop system done. And then now, the most important thing though is to get this reinforced concrete back. And so I don't know where I could drop here. I guess I could technically, I could go from this spot. I could have another train coming this way, connect it to here, and that train connected there. I wonder if that's gonna work. Let's just see. I connect it to there, and then over here, I could have it dropped off, maybe there. and bring it all the way back. I don't know if that works. Like we can run it back into itself. I think we could. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, we can always just reset it. So it should pick up the reinforced concrete here and then drop it off. Yeah, that's gonna work. It's gonna drop it off right there. Reinforced concrete. I could see it being a little bit problematic if that isn't out. I don't like how this kind of turned out, but it kind of looks bad, don't it? Well, we'll see. Let's play it for a minute and see what happens. So it's filling up the reinforced concrete. So that one's coming into play. And then the other big thing is we're going to need oxygen. And that's filling up. So that train should run into that train right there. It's the only problem. And then I see then the high quality parts going to that. I think this worked out. So where I need duals is I need one of these here, and I need one of these here to offset that. I think that's enough. Oh, there's that other train. So they kind of collide, but it looks like it's fine. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's going good. I like that. So it got both trains going, and then that train isn't going to be able to get back in time. This one just does a loop, which is real quick. That one takes a little bit longer. It's going to take that route. Looks to be fine. And then the other one that I kind of worry about is this one. Let's fill that, make sure that's really filled up. Okay, it looks like it's doing somewhat pretty good. Nah, it still didn't really, it's kind of filling up slow, isn't it? I need to dual those. Dual. There, that's better. Now that one did not fill up the whole way. That's okay. So this one is duals though. And now we need to make sure that we refill the areas that we need. So for instance, this, which is making the tracks, I think that we have enough. And we've got 1.5K, but it might be enough for now. Let's see what that uses up before we come back to it. The primary one though I need is probably, I don't even know if I need these. We're at 137. So we could get more. The one big thing that I think we need here is the train systems. I got 82 trains. I'll do it anyway. So this one right here, this needs mechanical parts, which is gonna be here. And so I need to take that, preferably from there. And let's bring the train up here. All the way over. And we can have it drop off. I guess we could have it snake around that, couldn't we? And then flip it back. Just like so. Oh, if I do that close though, it'll do that squiggle line. And I need it to be more. I need it to be a little bit more perfect, okay? I demand it. Right there. That's further enough apart. So that should work. We should be able to collect that mechanical. So oh, no. It doesn't like it. I need to bring that there. And then from this spot, I need it to bring those over here. Preferably drop them off there. And this one, we need mechanical parts for the train system. And that's good. And then what we need to do now is, well, eventually we'll start to pull from this. We could run a train from that over there, It's getting a little bit squiggly right now, but it could work. I don't think we have enough actual bars to actually make it work. We should probably pull from this area where they're fully, maxed out here. How's your girlfriend feeling? She wasn't too well a few days ago. I joked about her being pregnant, and then you disappeared. She's doing better. She's doing much better. She has just had some stomach things and stuff like that, but I think that she's doing a little bit better now. I don't know what it's been. It's just been this summer I guess there's a lot of things in the air here too. It's kind of been bothering her, I think. But hopefully she'll be okay soon. So this one, if I get my wrong, that one is fine. The only one that needs the actual aluminum bar is these. So if we want to make more of those, I feel like we should just pull it to this spot though, because this is kind of like our center region, I am glad she's doing better too. Like, I wish she felt better all the time. I wanted to get her where she's perfect. Nobody, I guess, can feel perfect all the time, but I wish that was a possibility. So here's a train system here. We can offset it maybe right through there. Let's just bring it there. And then preferably, if I can just get it through here. Okay, there it is. So it'll drop off there. And maybe I can just get it to pull right into that system. And then these ones, let's see if this works. So I want it to drop off the aluminum. Oh, I probably should connect it though. There's there. And then we need to somehow connect this back in here. Trying to do a little bit of a straight line. And we could just bring it down like that. I don't think that's gonna work. No, because those train tracks are not connected. I have to connect to this one, so that's not gonna work. We're gonna take this one out, just like so. Flip this one on over. When I connect that one into it, this one will be connected to that subnetwork. So if I am correct on this, I should be able to click this region right here, tell it to pick up, and tell it to drop off at the central location. And I believe I did right. Okay, so let's go and look at that. We need to load that a little faster. And let's do duals. There we go. And that should max us out for a long time. I'm just gonna just do one train for now. I think that's functional. How are you doing today, Alex? I know that, a while ago you weren't feeling so well, and I worried about you as well. I hope you're doing okay. There's one train just filling up that, and that's pretty much maxed right there. So that's good. And then this guy, I guess technically needs concrete. But the real big one that I just need to worry about is just the reinforced. That must be maxed. And if I can get the reinforced max, then we should be fine. I might set a second train for that one. That one will help offset it. There we go. Okay, so it is bringing me a full train now. That's perfect. And then we should loop. These are inner loops now. So this, when they make, basically, these bring in the metal waste. They're making steel bar and they're making aluminum bars. We've created a renewable kind of loop in a way. And this is our center for aluminum bar, and then also our center for mechanical parts, and our center 4 steel bars. And I've kind of wanted to bring it all to one location and then kind of stretch it out. But this is like my epicenter. This is where we have all the stock. I even stopped these from actually producing any more steel bar because this renewable was doing such a good job and we had such an abundance that I don't want the metal waste to ever stop. So I want it to always be constantly being able to go. And this one over here, you can see that we have huge wares of it. So that's another really good option. The next thing we moved up to is we need to reach a population of 200 in the second biggest city. So we just pick one other city, preferably something you could do New Tangent or whatever. There's not a lot of cities close, but there's like New Beijing. And just to, you're gonna do the same exact thing, you're just gonna bring it whatever it needs. So for instance, I'm gonna click on the supply center, and the supply center will tell me, okay, it needs concrete. So one of the very first things here is you got tons of this. Alex says, still feeling meh. It's very hot lately here, and I have some allergies that kick in around mid-August until September, October. So hot, sweaty, and sneezing a lot. I actually have really bad allergies too right now, and if you can't tell, I'm dealing with the same sort of thing. I do not do well with allergies, and I'm having some issues right now, actually, as we speak, with that sort of thing. So you can kind of set up this whole area, and just to bring concrete forever. This should be more than enough for the area. So you just set the area up. You can just do 2x2. You don't need to use that many. Then again, just want to be functional. I guess it depends on how frugal you want to be with your resources. I like to kind of make sure that I have at least enough, if not more than enough, and sometimes giving them a little bit of extra help is always nice. And I just flip that in there. If it's not perfect, you can always just redo. And then once that resource is going here, again, it's the same sort of thing. We're just gonna drop off at this base right here. We only need to get it to 200. So click here, click concrete, and then pull right from that whole area. So we set this up. I'm gonna pull that there. And there's my train system right there. Okay. So I'm just gonna take it right, preferably right through this whole area. Hi, honey. Oh, she's on the phone now. Now she won't talk to me. That's how it is. Okay. Come on through here. And then up to this region. I don't know if you want to stick a little bit to it. And then, of course, again, just the same sorts of drop off. Real nice and simple. Don't overthink it. I know some people will take hours to intricately do these, and you can if you want to. I like it somewhat perfect, but I don't want it like crazy. It's just my whole thing. There we go. Down the hatch and reconnect right there. Boom shakalaka. We've got our next city to rock and roll. All right, so then it's just that simple. You then drop off the concrete. Make sure you got, I'd like 3, at least 3 to drop off. And then this guy right here, he should be picking up. Oh, sorry. You have to build the concrete. Oopsies. These actually need to be concrete. So these ones, we can do the sulfur. And then just the factory. We say, hey, I need concrete. So concrete, concrete, concrete. And I think this is not connected there. Doesn't look like it. So to pull this one all together, we just put right here, just concrete. Or sulfur, sorry. And then these ones, we now put these ones as the concrete. And you want to build up a little bit of a supply because you're going to get an increase eventually. So increase it, just give it a good gist. Just fill it up just like that. And then these ones, you could probably do one more there. And that should be enough, I think, to start to fill those things in. I don't really deal that much the last time with the second city. You can do two, but I think it's enough work just trying to get one working out. And this new Beijing is quite interesting, but I feel like we should come up with a new name for it. We're gonna call it Alex B. Alex B. Like E. That sounds pretty good. Alex B. Perfect. I like that time. That just has a ring to it. I don't know. It makes me think of home. Okay, so now we've got this situated. Again, just kind of max each one off on itself, so it's kind of easy to fill. And then that city should push into this region, all up here and over there and stuff like that. So, just like so. We're not too far off. Again, we just need to hit the 200. You can see that the population up here is just skyrocketing back home in our other one. Look at that. I mean, woofy mama. We've got so much. And you can already see where there's a little bit of cracks and there's a little bit of issues. It's going to be the reinforced concrete. So I'm going to come back here. I think the train is still doing good, that one. This has finally ran out, so it's not doing any more aluminum bars there. Could be named Alexandria or something more prophetic. Okay. All right, okay. Well, sure, switch the name. Alexandria. There we are. Sounds good. That's great. We're gonna come back over here now. And then we've upped that one to 3 trains. So let's see how these are doing. This is bringing in a good amount of concrete. Actually, more than enough concrete. I need another one kind of to help this one out, don't I? That one works. I should offset that. And there it's sending out the reinforced concrete right there. Just a straight trip. That one's doing good, but yeah, it seems like the reinforced concrete is the major problem here. But you can see, look at this, how this city has just exploded. I mean, the power is so amazing there. It's just awesome. We're gonna come back here to Alexandria, and you can see that right now we're giving it exactly what it needs. The next one I think is gonna be oxygen. Oh, that's a good drink on a good day. So over here, we've got this fundamentally working out. The one thing I do kind of worry about is this area down here. For a time being, it was doing really, really good, but I feel like we can do better. We can do better at maximizing this one. So while those are kind of slowly going, I'm going to rebuild this whole system. I want to pretty much get rid of all of the vehicle, because I think it's not efficient. Some people say that they have their purpose later on. I don't personally think that way. I think it kind of just sucks. I think as soon as you get to trains, you should just, blow that thing out of the water and say, sayonara, I don't need you no more. That's the way I would do it. So let's go here, there, and then flip that over, preferably. Again, you're just gonna kind of drop the thing off, bring her on back. Just doing an easy, simple loop. Doesn't need to be complicated. Some people online get real crazy with it. I don't think it needs to be that way. And then just boom, unload the whole thing just like that. And then you could, I guess, add one more there if you're really feeling like the efficiency is off. But I think one train should do a pretty good job with most of these things compared to where you came from. And then over here, we're going to do that same loop. Let's see here. It's not exactly the same. That needs to cut off, and then put that one there. In we go. And that one I screwed up on. Sorry guys, I apologize. That's a better loop. That's a better loop. That's the way to do it. Perfect. There's one train right there. Grabbing this. And now we've got that working off. I want to push these a little bit closer to the area so they can kind of help each other out. But we just have a huge monumental amount. So you're probably wondering, well, what is this doing? Why is it important? It's actually one of the most important things because it's raising the temperature up. So this temperature reading, we've continued to increase, and that increases the temperatures Celsius, which then allows us to build things. When we first started off, it was like -50. So you look at the bottom where you see temperature daily average in 1 year forecast. We're increasing that temperature up and up, and we need to get it warm enough for the trees. So this is very, very important. It's a major component here. I'm gonna add. I think you can loop in the same track. Looks to be a two-way track. So doing it your way will only mean that it's half of it's ever used. That's true. That's true. And the thing is, eventually you'll have more trains on here because you'll interconnect them. And I have noticed with the vehicles and with the trains that once you get too many, there can become like some sort of weird kind of like the train stops. Now, I don't know if he fixed that, but it was one thing that I had talked to him about a while ago. And I said, you know, you could fix that, the collision kind of system, and also the frame issue had a problem. There was too many vehicles or too many trains on the same thing. It really dropped the frames, and I don't know if they just kind of glitched in and out, but it did have a little bit of a problem. I think here it's okay, you know, a couple of them interconnecting. I try not to do it too much, kind of having their own set, so I can kind of come back, I can see, okay, here's that one looping. Some you could put two on here preferably. I don't know. To me, it gets to be a little too chaotic, but I get what you're saying there. That's a good point. And you can see right here, this one is starting to really build up on that. So I'm gonna do a third, 3 trains and do that because my building will not grow anymore, my city, if I do not get rid of this trash. So you have to get rid of that. The next thing is the organic waste is kind of popping up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna knock through these ones. And then in here, I'm gonna now build my toxic waste. So let's just see here. Where is that one actually? What is the thing again? Yeah, organic waste. So organic waste. It's funny that organic waste is not in here. Am I not seeing it? Iron ore, sulfur, aluminum ore, fluorite, carbon, oxygen, metal waste, aluminum, steel, polymer, mechanical reinforced. Yeah, where is that? Organic waste part. But I guess you could interconnect everything. Maybe it won't cause a frame issue. It might have been more so that I was thinking of the trucks causing it. I had too many trucks, and you know, there's millions of them. The trains seem to not affecting the frames at all. Now, I have to think about you guys. I don't know why we don't have the waste thing here. Somebody has to take the waste, and this is not taking it. Why? The metal waste is there. So what uses? Why can't I build that yet? I don't think it's unlocked yet. I think that's the next spot. Let's see here. None of this is taking it. So yeah, it must be the next thing that pops up. Okay, so let's fast track it then. Let's go look at that town. Alexandria was filled to the max, but it needed oxygen. Son of a cracker. Okay, so that's the depot there. Let's just make it nice. I'm not gonna come back to this spot. No, not that I have anything against it, but I just want to I'd like one place before I work on another. I know he does this, and he, you know, the guy wants to have multiple cities, but I'd rather just have one. I think this should produce enough for now. Hopefully. Oxygen. And then fill those in. So you only have to get this to 200. I don't know if that's good enough. Come on. Come on, oxygen. Catch on. We can think this one. Right now, I'm trying to just get that going. Just need to get it to 200, and then we move on to the next unlock. But yeah, I think it's locked me, because I should be able to pull that off, the organic waste. And I'm not seeing it on here. That's weird. Why would it not allow me to grab that? Well, it doesn't like me. We're totally locked at 10,015, so we've reached the max, and I think that's what it is. I gotta get another drink, so I will be right back, okay? Can you hold on 2 seconds? Trust me, I'll be back. I won't leave you. I could never do such a thing, okay? So, I'll be right back. Give me a second. I'm not playing this game. Just act like you don't see that airborne kingdom and the gigantic red block that's way too wide for the typography. Yeah, just scratch that. Doc, you were supposed to fix that. Why didn't you fix it? Why didn't you fix it? I'm wondering what language you're speaking, Ying, over here in your Thai language. Goodness gracious. I'm not racist. uh, all right, I'm back. Goodness gracious, here I am back on track with my lovely group, ready to jump back into this hot little mama. We've got things to do. Let's get this rocking. Okay, here we are. So last time what we were trying to do is bring in more of this. And as much as I try to keep pushing these gosh dang tracks, I tell you, they just get me. This should be enough to really fill that whole thing up. It looks like this one is where we need more. And these ones, oh my gosh, that's where I made the problem. So these actually need the aluminum bar, which we didn't bring in. That was the one thing that we didn't do. Dr. Pepper, oh, you know it. No, this is Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola and maybe something else. I don't know. There's possibly something else in there, but let's see here. So we've got all of these, and this is basically our whole idea, is to move this entire section up here. So you can see that we've got it here and we've got it there. I think we should just turn this whole area into aluminum. It might be a little overkill though, so maybe just slice it just like that. And then at this spot right here, I could just then tell the train, hey, I want you to pick up here, and I need you to drop off, like, maybe right here, maybe? Actually, that might not be the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. These all need an aluminum bar. Yeah, I've got the right idea. I wish I could bring it further in. That should be fine, though, because it's going to be able to get itself out quicker if it picks up here, drops off there, and then we'll just grab these here. It's really important for those to get at least a good stack going. Dang it. That's the reason why we're going in the other direction. See, this is what happens. If you don't have a consistent plan, things go to Hades. All right, so there's that. What the heck? I guess I'm just gonna do 3. There. I didn't say I was gonna do that, but now it looks like the great idea. Dr. Pepper blasphemy, traitor. I know. What did I do? Okay, let's be honest. Coca-Cola was my first love, and then came Dr. Pepper later on. Both of them are dear to me, okay? Both of them are dear. I'm just gonna fill that in just because we have the resources now. Now we've got the power. Okay, so we've got that working. What's going on here? Oh, she's totally maxed. I think that's enough. That's enough. We've got 97 trains. Unless we're really inefficient, I don't think we're going to need those. Where I see some problems, though... Yeah, I don't see any problems. Never mind. We should have more than enough of every different resource. This second dual line, though, I don't like that. If I take that out, does that hurt anything? It doesn't look like it. I'm sorry. This just bothers me. I know. What's wrong with me? Blame Martin. He got me all anal about things. Oh, that sounded weird. But you know what I mean? Like, he was always specific and specifications about everything. And now, look at me. Okay, so that looks a lot more cleaner. That looks cleaner. All right, let's come on back here. Let's see if we actually are dropping enough. We're still not dropping enough of those because they need to catch up on production. And they've got a lot to deal with here. So they should be fine. But if they're not, I'm gonna go here. I wanna see here, does this, yeah, that will make it there. I think we can fill that in. And then just right in that, we'll just keep it rolling. Of course, this needs aluminum bars, so I think it's too far. These ones can pull it, so I need to find some way to get that over there. Or that's going to be the last one we can do. Do we really need that many more trains? I don't know. Got a thing of concrete here. You want this concrete? Who put this concrete here? Yeah, that's my problem. I let that get out. These ones, how many do we got? 72 more of those to go. Probably makes sense to continue that. Just one of them. And then... yeah, I don't think I can get that there. That'll do it. And then this one. 1, 2. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that worked. I was able to get around it there. Okay. Added one more to the mix, I guess. I don't really care for that, though. No, I don't like it. Let's do it dually. We'll just do it this way. I'm gonna put one here. That one, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna do one there. You probably know what I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna stack it like a sandwich. And then each one, hit that. There. I got a dual setup. That looks better. Problem now is we need more of those aluminum bars. Push that guy. Let's get enough train systems going here. And let me see here. This train is dropping stuff off, I think, at the bottom here. It comes along here, it drops it off right here. It's the major section. They're doing pretty good filling it now. Yeah, that's good. I like it. Okay. We're back on top. Do another one. My population now in Alexandria is what? Let me see. Okay, so it's slowly but surely. 47. It takes a little while. Kind of taking forever here. Does that really have to take that long? Good gosh, come on now. One little system just rolling there. Okay, let's come on back over to Elon. I'm shocked by how fast that city shot up. And it looks like now product is going well. Reinforced is going good. The oxygen is doing well. It's just the high performance parts that we kind of need to work on. I don't really like it that they've kind of moved in on my turf here. Yep. Evicted. Evicted. Okay. Get those kind of added in. Alright, there we go. Add more. And the problem now is just the pickup is really bad. I'm almost feeling like I should pull it from here. Interconnect it, you know what I'm saying? Like have the pickup here. Pull it from the middle. Not even Rome was not built in a day. That's true. Well, I'm just thinking is maybe the pickup is better because the way we pick up this is we pull right from the middle and it works out really well. So I have a feeling that if maybe we position, you get what I'm talking about? Switching that. Instead of here, we put it there on the pickup. It's kind of more of the center part. I kind of like that. That looks pretty good, yeah. Let's do that. I have that center part here. So this spot, I'm gonna trash that. Then right here, I'll just I don't know. all interconnected here. And then on this spot, I'll put the train. Maybe there. So then the pickup will be here. And the drop off will be... Oh no, what the heck happened here? Stop it, train loop. Get out of there. Oh crap. Son of a cracker. Oopsies. Nobody saw that. Good. Now, put this there. So that, see, that's much more efficient. Uh-huh. The idea seems interesting, but the gameplay doesn't really impress me. Okay, so the gameplay doesn't really impress you. Is it me? It's that bad, huh? Well, I'll explain exactly from the beginning what the game is about. This is Planet Crafter, but it's from an RTS thing. So that's all it is. So pretty much the very start is that you start to pull from iron ore. This iron ore, you're then going to bring it in, and you're going to bring it into a factory, and that factory then takes basically into account the steel bar. And the steel bar then goes into making the mechanical parts. So after the mechanical parts are built, then you can actually build stuff from them. Each different component has an interconnecting lock. It's basically like Satisfactory and Planet Crafter had a baby with an RTS. That's pretty much the gist of it. This is all of the, huge amounts of like oxygen that we're promoting, and then this is the carbon from it. And so we're pulling that carbon, and with the carbon we're making the polymer, and with the polymer we're able to then make high-tech parts by using aluminum bars. Each different one we kind of pull from. And I really like it. I think it's a relaxing experience in a game. I would like to play a little bit of Baldur's Gate. I've been looking at that game though. I just don't know. I'm trying to find games to hold my interest until Starfield. It's tough for me. I look at the calendar every day. It's like I'm a kid again. Waiting for... Starfield just makes me sound... Just can't wait for it, This game, though, has came a long way, so I'm actually quite impressed with a lot of what the developer has done. I think that's pretty cool, so... I do not want buildings there. Please stop building buildings in my area. Lots of memes flying around. BD3. BD3? Hold on, let me see what you're talking about. I have to look at this meme. Everybody pause! Meme time! Okay, what meme am I supposed to look at here? BD3? Let me look. BD... BD3 Starfield? I'm not seeing the meme. Explain it. Explain it, Alex. What are we talking about? Oh, beach. I was looked up the meme and I'm like, what the heck, Baldur's Gate, I was told from one of my most prolific, how should I put it? Most hardcore gaming friends told me that he believes that Baldur's Gate is one of the best games out in the last, he said 20 years. Now that's a huge statement. So I don't know if it's that good, but that's what I was told. So what do you think, Alex? What have you heard? What's your opinion on the matter? And that seemed to be the way to do it there. That's pulling off good. You can see their aluminum bars now are kind of starting to get used up here, which is okay. And that train system is totally toast. I'm gonna switch that back to just 1 or 2, I guess. Let's see if I can get those built up again. They should be pulling off in this direction. I don't know why the game doesn't do that. That does make me a little bit annoyed. Should be pulling to this section over here. I know nothing other than the memes regarding the game and all the funny dialogue options you get in the game. I wouldn't say it's the best in the last 20 years. I mean, I take games very seriously when I'm rating things. You know how there's some people, well, they'll just rate something a 10. They're like, oh, it's a 10. It's the best thing ever. But it really is not. It's not a 10. That wasn't a 10. Like, a 10 should be an absolute masterpiece in every single way. Something that totally blows you away, that's one of the most iconic, idolizing experiences that you have seen. So when I think of a 10, I think of Gordon Freeman. You know, that to me, that is a 10 in story. I mean, that was remarkable. I think of Shepard, Mass Effect. That to me, that is a 10. I don't give out 10s just easy. But it's the best thing ever until the next game they comes across. Yeah, that's exactly what I hear most people do. Like, if people are like, oh, what 10s have you played this year? I haven't played any 10s. I played really good games. Atomic Heart was a really good game, but like when I think of compared to BioShock, like Atomic Heart, like BioShock was like a classic I played as a child. BioShock Rapture had an amazing story. Alex says, I love the Mad Max game, and then Cyberpunk 2077 when I came out. Before this, I loved Witcher 3. Each time I thought they were the best game ever. And that's the whole thing. Like, a story should make you, like, you'd be heart-wrenched. I mean, there was points in Mass Effect where I was like, Mass Effect 2 in particular, like, there's, like, gut-wrenching moments that you do something that just, you know, you're like, oh, I didn't mean for that to happen, and stuff happens. And it really deteriorates, like, the whole game for you, because that one decision you made might have not been what you wanted to do. If Baldur's Gate has moments like those, then I think it's one of the best games around. Okay, so now we need reinforced concrete. This is great. To get that puppy there, oh my goodness. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. So we need reinforced concrete, and in order to get that, we need, of course, steel bar. So we just need to find like another little steel bar spot. And of course, there's nothing close to that place. Oh my gosh, it's way over here. So I just need to get a bunch of these. That should be enough, preferably. I shouldn't be using up that many, especially on these low. There. That should be enough, one between each. I think that BG3 is something refreshing and somewhat new with all the flops and lately and all the shenanigans in the industry. That's exactly what it is. Exactly. People have been so abused by having not very good games that then when they do have a good game, they're like, this game is the best ever, because they've been kind of driven into this horrible scenario of seeing everything that wasn't good out there. And then they're able to actually see a compelling story that's actually constructed well, put together with some developers that at least gave it some care. And then they have this whole idea that this is the best game. Now, again, I have not played. It could be the best game. I'm just saying from what I've heard other people say about other games. They'll be like, oh yeah, it's best ever. I just feel like 10s don't come around that often. You know? Once Starfield gets launched, I bet the same people who said BG3 is the best thing ever will claim that is the one best ever. Bethesda You know, when I played Fallout 3, yeah, when I was a child, it was one of the first ones that I played. Actually, that's how I started with Bethesda. Oblivion is kind of a little bit before kind of I really got into Bethesda. I know that was out, but I wasn't into. At that time, all I did was like, I think I played like first-person shooter was like the first games I was playing and stuff like that. I wasn't into hardcore things. Actually, let's see what I want to do here. You know, at first, let's just make it right here. We'll make the product. We'll do the line right there. Give me steel bars. And then in this spot here, I'll put these. Oh, no. Fallout 3 was cultural shock. I still remember the exiting the vault for the first time. To me, it's one of the best games. Again, if people ask me how many things, I'd say Mass Effect, in my opinion, Mass Effect 2 is 10. I'd say Fallout 3 in New Vegas, that's a tough match. I know people want to pick. Most people will pick, I think. I could be wrong. I feel like most people will pick Vegas. For me, there was something about Fallout 3 that resonated with me, maybe because, you know, my dad left when I was little. And I had a lot of resignation with that one quite a bit. I probably would say that. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty fair statement. Okay, so I need to get those bars down here. Oh my gosh, this is a long train. What's that looking like? Okay. I should loop this from the top. I got the top one here? Yeah, there we go. Straight across, and then just kind of loop it in. Oh my gosh, I don't like the zoom. That's another thing I really don't care for. The way that they zoom it. Let's just go like that. And then here. Okay. A little bit of a corkscrew there. I've not played any of the Fallout games until that point. Sorry, I missed your message there. Oh, Fallout 4 I definitely played. I loved Fallout 4 too. Fallout 76, that's just one we don't talk about. Yep. All Fallout fanboys just don't talk about that. The super diehard, I feel, super diehard Fallout frenzy people will say that Fallout 76 is good. It's a wonderful game. And those people are absolutely out of their mind compared to the other games. I don't agree with that statement at all. That Fallout 76 is anywhere even close to the other ones. But there are people that'll say that. So, what do you do? Alright, so those are all going to be situated. And then I need to get the reinforced concrete, preferably over here. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to take these out. I'm going to redo that spot. And then I need to pull from this section here. So I'm going to... That one will connect there. We'll say reinforced concrete. That one connects there. 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 Should have a nice good drop-off point there. The only thing I liked about Fallout 4 was the settlement building. I spent countless hours building settlements from urban-type farms. When you started to like annihilate like different areas of the map, I thought that was cool. Set up a whole bunch of cannons and just start blowing people. Explosions! Okay, so that's working out good there. Suppose I can do duels here. Nothing counting me against that, right? There, so that should be a good enough situation there. And that should push us to 200, I'd hope. Okay, so hopefully we're done with this little section here. We've got about 73 of those left, but I'm hoping when we unlock this next area, we're gonna get those new drones. That's what I'm hoping. Man, this city is really pumping now. It's getting very dense very quickly. I don't like how it branched over here, though. Not really liking that positioning, but whatever, it is what it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so apparently we ran out of reinforced concrete. Yep, there it is right there. What the heck happened? These need steel bars. Oh my goodness. They went through that whole thing? What the flipper flapper? Oh, no way. Okay, well, that's all right. That's okay. Don't panic, everybody. Don't panic. We're okay. So I'm just going to do, of course, the iron ore. We're going to reset that up. And we'll have that filled very quickly because there's a million of these here. I just shut these off for a while because I was like, oh, let's see how long it takes to use up all that. I thought it would still pull from these down here, but apparently not. It's like too long. I don't know why it does that. Okay. So we'll get that back and rolling. We did drop a little bit of population because we ran out of that. We now have food. I don't even know what food is. We have nothing that builds food yet. And if I recall, it's a completely different building. So I think we just moved to another step that we haven't got to yet. So what do you think? What should I play next, guys? What should I play tonight? I'd like to get into something. Should I get Baldur's Gate? Should I try it out and see what I think? We're almost out of concrete, aren't we? We do appear to be almost there. Suppose we can move these in. I'm gonna actually get rid of these. BG3 if you have it or want to. I would like to try it. I would like to try it. I like it when people find games that make them happy, though. It's not, you know, I hope that doesn't come off cynical, like I'm like upset that people think that that game is the best game ever. I just wish when people rated movies, you know, when I'm going in, I'm trying to find a good movie to watch, I don't want to have somebody's comment tell me that this such and such show is a 10 when it's not a 10. And I go into the show thinking that what you told me is correct. We need to have America, no, not America. We need to have the world learn how to rate again, okay? We need the world to learn how to rate again so that we are able to differentiate between what is junk and what is good TV. What is a good game? What is a piece of junk? If you tell me Vacuum Sweeper is like the top game in the world, I'm gonna have a problem with it. Okay, so there we go. So nitrogen, water, and F3 now. And some sort of ice extractor. And there, now we've got the food options too. Increase the temperature by 30 degrees. We're almost there. Nice, guys. We're gonna have to converge this though. I have to start pulling from this guy. The concrete section. They've got massives of concrete. I suppose I could just drop that off. Where is it dropping here? Almost. I'm gonna do one more there. And one more there. There. It's a pretty good massive amount of concrete. And this guy, you know, like, you could go a little faster there, buddy. Okay, well, what the heck? It's gonna be an expensive month in gaming if I buy Starfield too. It's just so much moolah. No, so much moolah. Nobody cares about this one. And my place is, well, I mean, it's growing. It is growing, but now it needs food. And I think that this is the spot where I go download Boulder's Gate. Let me go get that. What the heck? I want to try it. I do want to try it. I'll probably be stuck on it forever. Of course, there's Path of Exiles. That game, oh. How much is it? Jesus, $60. Oh my gosh. That seems a little excessive. Everybody's talking about it too. It says the game may contain content not appropriate for all ages. Contains general mature content. May include nudity or sexual content. May include. From what I heard, it was basically like soft porn. I don't know if that's a maybe. I feel like that's a for sure. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think it is. Okay. Okay, now she's filling that up. Oh, don't buy it. It's just for me, stream. I'm sure we can find something else. What else you feel like playing? Oh, I can buy it. I mean, if that's what my viewers want to see and stuff like that, I was trying to find something. Now, to me, my big game is Starfield. So, it doesn't matter what I'm playing. It doesn't matter what's happening. I might even take a day off of work just to play that because I'm huge into anything that resembles kind of like a Mass Effect RPG type thing. And if it's like that, and it could be the next big game. Now, a lot of people, there's a lot of hype around it, a lot of hype built into Starfield. There was a game called No Man's Sky. We all know what happened with that. And that became problematic because he went into that. He was even on the Tonight Show, okay? He was that big, he was on the Tonight Show. And he came in there hardcore, pressing, ready to rock and roll. And his issue is that he just over-promised huge amounts of things. Now, I will say after 7 years, the No Man's Sky is definitely there. They're definitely there. They're at the area where I think it's just really impressive what they've been able to accomplish now. That being said, let's all be honest. It wasn't like 1 year and they were where they said. It took like 3 or 4 years for them just to get half of the stuff. And now they're pretty much at the point where you could probably say, they're pretty much there. Let's see here. I want this to come through here. So I'm gonna pull from that line. And I'm gonna bring that train structure down here. Let's get this all set up. So if Starfield overpromises and they do the same exact thing that No Man's Sky did, we're looking at then the game will be good in 2030. That's pretty much what we're saying. And I hope that that's not the case. I hope that they bring out a good game. They've had 500 people working on this game. So it should be a very, very good game. But if it's not, and they, screw it up, it's going to take that long for them to get back all of the people that liked it. And I don't want to see that. I just don't. Oh my gosh, look at how long that's going to take. Look at this. To get to this is so crazy. We'll just do a loop like that. Hopefully that'll work. We'll see if it'll work here. Oh, I kind of want to. I do want to try something new. It's either that or we go back to No Man's Sky. Oh, I have no doubt that they will underdeliver. It's Bethesda, and they have their army of zealots that will defend them regardless. Army of zealots. You know, I don't get into the culture war thing. If you can't tell, I'm not really. I don't really get into that kind of stuff, other than in YouTube comments. Sometimes I've gotten into a few little. Actually, I don't need two things here, do I? I can just do a loop. There we go. There's been a few times I've really gotten into a little scramble. That's just per se. And I don't like to, because it doesn't make me feel good. You know, you start checking it later on. You're like, what did they say? Stuff like that. So it's not the greatest look when you're going back and forth in this kind of culture of warfare. And you know how it is. I see the people, the Bethesda people out there, the defenders of it, and the ones that are for it, ones that are against it. But kind of doesn't make you feel good after a while. So you should just do it with care. Like, it's good to defend your position, I think, on things, and that's great, especially if you feel strongly about something. I like it when people actually feel really strong about their convictions. I think it builds good character. In the same token, you know, you don't want it to like ruin your day. You know, there's some people where they're literally just sitting on Twitter day in and day out, just waiting to attack somebody that says something about somebody or whatever. This might be the next one that we need to rebuild, guys. But you know what? I think I'm going to do it. Let's do it, guys. I will save that game. I need a new game. I can jump into a little Baldur's Gate. See what it is about. See what everybody's flow is, okay? I'm going to grab a little bit of food, get another drink going, and I'll see you guys back here soon. All right? See ya. Sayonara. I'll see you soon. I don't know. Let's see how long it'll take. But let's see how big this game is. Before I tell you guys, I'm going to go. The game is relatively... what's the size? Oh my god, 150 gigs? Holy moly! It says a solid state is required. Wow. Okay, they are not playing around. So, is it too late to ask if you know how to get plastic? Oh, hi, Flying Tiger. Plastic? As I recall, plastic, I think, was, it's quite easy. I mean, that plastic, I believe, comes from the waste. So there'll be plastic waste right here. Usually, you'll get plastic waste from it. So if you kind of come up here, let's see if I can show it here. There's metal waste, and you'll pull that for a while. And then the polymer, I think, is the connection of that one, if I recall correctly. I can double check for you right here quick. I know everybody can Google, but sometimes it's also nice for me to get a refresher. Plan B, and I'm pretty certain that the plastic waste, exactly what I said. So the plastic waste is just from the recycling center. So it's going to be this thing right here. Eventually you're going to get to a spot where you're pulling in from this huge city, and that city's going to have plastic waste much like it has metal waste, except you'll have to have a different one. So for instance, like if I cut this one out and I grab it here and I say this one right here, actually hold on, take that one out and I'll put this one in. It will have, oh no, it doesn't ask me yet. Why is that not asking me? Usually, I think it just fills up on one of these slots. So you'll have like metal waste whatever, plastic waste, and then you'll have like the organic waste, and then you'll have something else, and it'll fill itself in. You'll pull from that into one of your depots, and then from that depot, you need to then take that plastic waste and turn it into a product, and you'll go from that. So for instance, which different products you'll make from it, the plastic waste, basically the ingredients for a polymer bar is 2 plastic waste. So right now, the reason how we're making that polymer, if we come on over here, we're having to actually pull from the carbon to make the polymer. But we need this to produce that in order to get this. This way, that creates your renewable energy. They create the plastic waste and you create the polymer with not having to see, not having to build it. And then that's much of the same thing as the early game, where right here, we're bringing in these aluminum bars. And how are we bringing in aluminum bars? Well, this over here, these produce 2 different things. They're going to produce the metal waste, and then that metal waste, as we see right here, it produces steel bar and aluminum bar. It's much just like the plastic, except the plastic is then going to make a renewable source of polymer. So you don't have to actually build it yourself. You're acquiring it right from your loop. And that's what's, I think, basically each one interlines itself. You first start off having to mine the iron ore to get the steel bar. That's the only way you can get the steel bar. Then you're basically taking from the metal waste to make the steel bar. You no longer have to actually mine it once you get a big enough city, if that makes sense. So that's all. Plastic eventually will come down the road, and once you get to the spot where you can do it, you'll see it pop up right here. Now you're gonna reach like max, like a population. Like, so for instance, I'm at 11,000 right now. It'll go a little bit up, a little bit down, but really until I hit this next spot, it's not gonna allow me to go on. And then it opens up the different things, and it tells me, it says, hey, when we open up this next spot, you're going to open up a bunch of different things, usually in the bottom. This is what was unlocked. I wish I could look ahead. I thought we used to be able to look ahead, but that's what'll happen. You'll get advanced enough where you'll start to see plastic, and then your city's waste disposal will need you to get rid of that. So for right now, it tells me I'm not getting rid of this organic waste. I need to get rid of it. You can build this and then pull from the organic waste. So here it is. That's the organic waste that I need to pull from. And I don't know why we have that there. So this organic waste, at this point, you're probably thinking, okay, well, what do I do with that? Well, the greenhouse, I believe, needs this. So from this point, if I take the factory, I come in here, I don't think it's the factory, let me see, which one is it? Might be the assembly. I haven't built this in a while. One of the things is going to need the organic waste, and I believe it's the greenhouse. I haven't built it yet, but that's the way that you produce then the food for it. And that's you basically take the organic waste, I think, to the greenhouse. The greenhouse then produces the food, and then you bring that food back to your huge population to feed them. Essentially, it's been a little while since I've done it, but I believe that's the loop. Hopefully it won't drive you insane. It's not that complicated of a game. It's just taking it step by step. A little bit of spam of buildings, kind of what Alex was saying earlier, but it's a good relaxing game. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. I'm going to jump over to some Baldur's Gate. I'm going to get that loading. It's 150 gigs. So actually, let me just start doing that right now. And I can kind of tell you guys how long it'll be. Man, it's been a long time since I bought a game this expensive, but if it's worth it, I'll do it, guys, if it's worth it. Let's see here, purchase that. Excuse me. Okay. So we'll just see that one. I just got it. Okay, there we are. Bought it, guys. I bought it. 126 gigabytes. Oh my gosh. I wonder what I will do It's a good thing I have 1.6 terabytes. Okay. That's good. So I'm going to download that, and I'll tell you guys, it's going to take a long time. So I'll be back in a little bit. You guys have a great time and playing Tiger. I hope that things go well with you. So the issue for me is that my mind doesn't really think in optimizing ways. That's okay. I mean, you get better and better doing straightforward things when you're building this kind of stuff. Okay? Things will go really, really well. And, oh, well, thank you very much for the follow. I really, really appreciate that. All right, guys, I will see you soon over in the next game. I'm going to download that, and I'll see you in a little bit, okay? See you guys. Oh, if something happens and, you know, for some reason I don't pop back on, I'll be here all tomorrow, okay? And we'll be playing Baldur's Gate. All right, see you guys. Bye-bye.